tough night out there, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hard.
You know, a lot of things go back to last week, and there's a lot of things that need to change overall, program-wise, dedication-wise, and I think we heard a little bit of that last night with a guest speaker, former mayor, kind of talked about change and dedication, and a night like this is frustrating. It's hard, you know, it's gonna be hard to sleep on just, you know, kind of a loss of words right now.
It seemed like nothing, especially in the first half, just absolutely nothing went right. I mean, you just
Nothing, yeah. Like Coach said, I mean, it looked like a circus at points, and there's nobody to blame for that. It's all around. You know, there's things that weren't improvement, but when we improve, we seem to get worse at other things and other areas, and there's not an explanation for it. And shoot, they had bad things happen to them. They threw interceptions. They had drop balls. They were scored on quickly, but they found a way to rally, and you got to give them credit because they're a good ball team, and they found a way to come back. And that's something we've got to learn how to do here soon, really soon. And when things seem to go wrong for us, seem to go really wrong. So
that's an understatement there. You know, in the first half, there you have breakdowns, the special teams, breakdowns, defense. Your offense really struggling. It's just a tough night all the way around.
Right. And you know, I'm a strong believer in tonight's a night where you're just extremely frustrated. You know, going into the week, putting the time in, watching the film, and giving it everything you got, being all in, and thinking that everybody else is, and you know, most of them are. Most of the guys are, but you know, realistically, not everybody is. And so, on nights like this, you know, still got to give the glory to God. It's still frustrating, but that's kind of where I stand on that. And I don't mean to call anybody out, but you know, if we're not going to practice good on Tuesdays every stinking week, then we can't expect to come out here and compete with a team that's very talented and used to winning.
Your quarterback there sort of summed things up pretty well, Coach.
Yeah, you know, it really was a comedy of errors in the first half. You know, we get in succession, we get a punt blocked, we get a fake punt run against us, and then we get a shank punt. We drop about 8 passes in the course of the game. We get 2 or 3 deflected at the line of scrimmage that would have been big plays. We line up wrong. It's like, you know, I told them in there, it's like we've never been coached sometimes. That we continually make the same mistakes. So it's either that we're not smart enough to know how to line up, or we're not paying attention. You know, and let me say this: I think these guys want to win. I think they try to win. You know, when you're 2-7, you're obviously not good enough. So when you're not good enough, you got to do a lot of things right, and it piles up on you. You know, because for every little error you make, it just gets magnified because you don't have that receiver like they have that makes the catch and makes 4 guys miss and runs for 40 yards. It doesn't happen much. So that's where it's frustrating to me. But you know, I really felt like we weren't, and I was shocking because I went into the game thinking we were really prepared and we were going to play extremely well, and we just flat laid an egg. And you know, I don't have any answers for it. You know, I told them if they play like that next week, I'm going to call the game off at halftime.
It just seemed like absolutely everything that could have gone wrong in the first half did.
Yeah. So we just got to keep on keeping on because here's what I know. I know that every team we play, and I talked to Kerry Fowler before the game, and he said, look, I know you're not winning games, but he said, you're doing a hell of a job. He said, you look like a completely different team than last year, and you're recruiting well, and you're doing the right thing. And we know that, and we're doing the right things, and we have a classy program where we're going to be good. But it's frustrating when you coach so hard and you see so little results. And I know the players feel that way too, and I really got on them hard, but life's hard, in football. And it's hard in life, sometimes you do the best you can and you just get beat.
It seems like there was an awful lot of mistakes tonight for a game this late in the season to make, critical mistakes in your special teams.
I agree. It looked like a team that hadn't been coached.
Yeah.
But we showed signs of being able to execute.
There were signs in the second half. Yeah.
Sure, 3 points in the first half and shoot 17 in the second half, and turnover by me. I got to hold on to the ball whether I'm getting hit or not. That's completely on my shoulders. Whether there's blocking or not, they brought too many we could block, but that's a stalled drive. But otherwise, that's 3 scoring drives. Should have been 4. Should have been 5. And so if we put those points together, I don't even know what the final was, but 38-25, something like that. Or 20 is. If we're able to put those 2 halves together, we're in it.
Yeah.
And that's the frustrating part.
I mean, you go in, you're down 4 touchdowns at the half. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to come back, especially when you haven't really established much in the first half.
Sure.
There was a point in the game, and I'm pretty good on this stuff, but there was a point in the game where if we could hold them and go score again, we just hold them one time and score again, it's a whole different game, because then all of a sudden they're panicking because we're not very good and we're about to beat their butt, because we'd been, it was 31-13. Now it's going to be 31-20, and they're 2 scores away from going to overtime.
Yeah.
And but we couldn't stop them, and then it became too late.
Hey, Zach Rhodes started tonight. He played the first 2 series.
He got hurt.
Yeah. What did he do?
He's had a neck and his shoulder, and he just got hit, and his arm was kind of numb, and
Yeah.
trainer came up and said he's through for the night right after it happened. So.
Yeah. It was just those first 2 series. He took a pretty good hit on the last play of the second series.
Yeah.
You look at your play sheet. I'm sure there aren't many plays for 3rd and 40 either, are there?
No, I haven't figured any out. I kept saying, well, we'll go for it if it's doable, but 3rd and 40, and we had, it was. Ooh.
You get yourself into those kind of situations. There's just nothing you can do.
Yeah. We had several holding calls. We should have had 2 pass interference calls over on their side, that we didn't get, but that wouldn't have made much difference. So. See, again, I want to say this. This program is moving forward rapidly, and sometimes you go out and it doesn't look like it on Saturday night, but it is, because everybody we play says you guys are way better, and you're doing things right, and several of them are glad we're getting out of this conference because we're going to be real good, and they know that.
You just got these bumps in the road like tonight.
Yeah.
So everything goes wrong.
Yep. Bumps in the road, speed bumps in the road when you're growing.